Miss McCoy, the defendant is your sister-in-law.
Yes.
And your sister-in-law won a cruise trip. You won it to the Caribbean, but you won it in Missouri. And she asked if you wanted to join her on the cruise. You said you would. And the understanding was that there were certain things that were part of the winnings, but there were certain expenses that were not, and you each agreed to pay your own share of the expenses that were not covered by the prize. And your share of the expenses, according to you, was about $1,200 that you paid towards the cruise.
The total I paid was $1,392.
Okay.
I'm asking.
Shh. The cruise was supposed to take place on what date?
August 11th through 18th.
And you decided not to go. And it is your claim through this case that your sister-in-law received a refund from the cruise line that was for the amount of your expenses, because you actually called and canceled the cruise to the cruise line, correct?
Yes.
And you want that money. That's what your lawsuit's about.
Yes.
Your sister-in-law says that she did not receive any money from your share from what you had put in, and that you, in fact, did receive a check from the cruise line in the amount of $250. Did you receive $250 from the cruise line?
No, I did not.
Did you receive any money?
No, I did not.
Nothing?
No.
Okay. Now, your sister-in-law does not dispute the fact that you each put in your own expenses. Is that correct?
Correct.
But she says that she did not receive any money back that was ascribed for your ticket, because she actually went on the cruise.
Yes.
With a current boyfriend.
At the time, yes.
There was no longer your boyfriend.
Yes.
Okay. So what you have to do is to show me, Miss McCoy, proof that she received a refund. That makes the case very simple.
Okay. I have 2 emails.
From whom?
From the cruise line.
May I see it, please?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the cruise line said in 2 different correspondence that they refunded to MasterCard a refund for her taxes and gratuities in the amount of $801.96. And that was for her taxes and gratuities, and it was credited to your MasterCard ending in 0207. You want to see the letters? Got it?
Yes, I got it. However.
Okay. Now the ball is in your court.
Okay. So the refund is actually for.
No, I don't want you to tell me. This is clear from the cruise line that this was for the plaintiff, for her taxes and gratuities in the amount of $801.96 that was credited, and they say, go contact this person whose credit card it was credited to. So now I want you to show me, not tell me, show me why you don't owe her $801.96.
Here is where I was double charged $668 for airfare twice.
I don't care what you were overcharged. That's you to deal with an airline. They sent $801.96. That was her money. They credited it to you.
The airfare is through the cruise line. It wasn't through the airline.
This had nothing to do with airfare. It was for taxes and gratuities.
And here I have a letter as well that says that we are.
Just a second. Let me see it.
Okay.
Thank you. What are you showing me? It says that they gave you $801.96.
Yes, for the double charge of the airfare on my
Just a
reservations.
Just a second. Where does that say? That has anything to do with airfare? Where does
Well, on
it say?
there it doesn't say that, but
It
that's what
doesn't
it's
say
for.
anything about
I have
airfare.
2 different invoices where they double charged me for the airfare.
Then you
and that's
deal with
what-
that for. Listen to me.
I did
Madam.
deal with them, and that's why I got the money back.
You may deal with them on the airfare. This was money sent to you for her taxes and gratuities. You owe it to her.
No, that is not what they sent it to me for. They sent it to me because they overcharged me. I have both
Sorry,
confirmations.
unless you have proof to show me that the reason they sent you this was for airfare. So far, you didn't show me anything that suggests that the reason that they sent this had to do with double billing you anything.
Okay, I have the cancellation policy that states that if she cancels within 60 days, she loses it all.
Sorry.
That is why
Sorry. Sorry. They sent you 801.96. You owe that to her. That's her money.
That wasn't deposited on my credit card.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
That was deposited
don't
on
believe
his
it.
credit card, not mine.
I don't, listen, all I can tell you is, you see this? Your name, your credit card account, 801.96 was for her taxes and gratuities. That's what you owe her, 801.96. Now I'm dealing with your counterclaim. You want to tell me what your counterclaim is about?
My counterclaim is for harassment and medical inducement of a seizure.
Just a second. What you say is she approached you at a restaurant and threatened you, I assume after this incident with the cruise, as it had to do with money, and she threatened to beat you up.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you say, I ended up in a hospital.
Yes.
Okay. On what date did she approach you in a restaurant?
It was a bar, and it was July 24th.
And you had a conversation with her?
No, she had
a conversation with you?
Yes. She yelled.
And on what date did you go to the hospital?
I went 2 days later because it all adds up. Yes.
You went 2 days later.
Yes.
You have a hospital report.
No, I do not.
Well, then you have a dismissed counterclaim. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of 801.96. Thank you very much. We're finished.
I said I want my money, and she said no.
She came in and she threatened to hit me and threatened to beat me up.
She said she wasn't going to pay me.
I have PTSD. I lost my husband. And so it just added up, and then I had severe seizures afterwards.
I have no idea. I think it was because of the guy she was seeing.
There's no more relationship at all with them.
That case was easy, of course.
Yeah.
But as I was doing it, I was thinking to myself, I don't think I've ever won anything. You know, even at bingo. Used to play bingo when you went away for a weekend, you know, you'd have bingo for an hour. And then I bought raffle tickets. And I know people who win all the time.
Yeah.
And to have this joyous feeling.
We're lucky in other ways, I guess.
I guess.
Other ways.
I guess.
All right. Nah, this is one of those where I'm like, seriously? You kept your own sister-in-law's money? So let's break this down. One woman wins a cruise trip, Caribbean vacation. Sounds nice, right? Then she tells her sister-in-law, come with me. Cool. But it's not fully free. Some costs are covered. Some costs you have to pay. So the plaintiff pays around $392 for her share of the trip. Everything seems normal. Until she cancels the trip. Now here's where things go left. The cruise company issues a refund, about $800, and that money goes to the defendant's card. Now the plaintiff says, that's my money, give it back. And the defendant says, no, that's my refund. Seriously? How? Then she tries to explain, that money was for my airfare double charge. Where is that written? Where is the proof? Because the emails clearly say, taxes and gratuities refund, not airfare, not your charge, her money, and the judge shuts it down fast. I don't care about your airfare problem. That's separate. Exactly. You can't take someone else's refund and relabel it as your own. That's not how it works. Then she brings another excuse. Cancellation policy says she loses everything. Again, doesn't matter, because the cruise line already sent the refund. Game over. Now here's the part that really stands out. She still refuses to accept it. At this point, the email says it. The card shows it. The judge explains it. What are we arguing about? Then she files a counterclaim. She threatened me. I got sick, had seizures. Serious claim, but no hospital record. No proof. So dismissed. And I agree with that. You can't make a serious claim and show nothing. Now final result. Judge says, you owe her $801.96. Simple. Clear. Done. Final take. This case was never complicated. It was just someone didn't want to return money that clearly wasn't theirs and tried to twist the story but proof doesn't lie. And that's why receipts matter, emails matter, evidence wins. Because without proof, you're just talking. If you want more real reactions like this, like, subscribe, stay locked in, support the channel. Because these cases, they're not just drama, they're real life lessons.